Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be covering the new trailer for Superman Lois, the final season. This was dropped only about 6 hours ago. I didn't know this was coming. I don't think many people did. And it's not even on the CW site that I can see. It's on a TV promo site that I found on YouTube, but it's about a minute long, and it looks like we do get a little bit of new footage. So this should be interesting. And if you didn't know, which is crazy if you don't, but Superman Lois, this is their final season. This is the final swan song, if you will, of the CW, and just closing out on a whole universe of TV as far as, you know, not just DC, but with our shows that we've had over the last 20 years with Supernatural, Smallville, and just all of these other legacy shows, Vampire Diaries, all of those, where now this channel is going to be closing out. This will be kind of it for it, and it's going to go in this whole different direction with game shows of some sort about board games and crap. It's some of the most ridiculous stuff I've ever heard. But with that kind of out of the way, let's jump into this trailer and see what they've got lined up for us for this last season. See what we can expect with Superman and Doomsday. The trailer is actually called Superman is Dead trailer. So I guess they're going to explore that a little bit more before he inevitably resurrects for the battles that he has to do with Lex Luthor and everything, but we'll see what they've got going. Anyways, let's jump to the trailer.
You like it here in this small town? The aw shucks and the apple pie. Makes you feel safe. Seems fake to me. Maybe being here will
He's a
change
pretty
my
terrifying
mind.
Lex Luthor.
I'm not scared of you.
Honestly.
You will be.
I feel so bad for John and Jordan. Their dad just died.
The world's without us protected.
I can handle him.
You're not ready yet. You are not your father.
Out there, it's just gonna have to be the three of you.
They have to pay for what they did.
You want to wipe out a whole town?
It's a dangerous business being a superhero.
Lock on sword!
He left something for all of you.
This is how we save Dad.
Superman and Lois, 2-hour premiere Monday, October 7th on the CW.
I gotta say, it does look good. I am very excited for this last season. Unfortunately, with it being the last season, with it being a shortened season at that, only 10 episodes versus the, I want to say 13 that we've got for other seasons. But going into the battle with Doomsday, dealing with Lex Luthor, having Jordan step up as the new protector, even though I think there's going to be a little bit of maybe animosity there between him and Jonathan, because Jonathan, as we know, has never developed any superpowers from being the child of Superman for whatever reason. I know it's probably part of his comic book story and everything, but I know there's a universe. Obviously, we saw that last season where there is a universe where he does have powers and it's just the other way around. So I'm interested to see how they approach the Death of Superman storyline this go around. This is from a comic clear back from, I want to say, 96. So this story has been around for a while. The fight between him and Doomsday and how they're going to do it, because we saw how they did it with the movie universe a few years back with Superman versus Batman, and just what they did with it there. And we all know that the movie universe is quite the clusterfuck, and now with James Gunn rebooting the whole thing, I personally have lost interest in the whole movie universe. I just don't care anymore, and they just keep bringing in these new actors, retelling the same story, and just, for lack of a better word, just regurgitating it all over again repeatedly. And I'm over it. I don't care anymore. The TV universe is the best thing that the DC has done for a long time. I mean, recently here, Stephen Amell was on a podcast, and he was talking about how the movie universe and certain shows, particularly Peacemaker, was kind of taking jabs at the Arrowverse and kind of making fun of it. Yes, it's a show that was on CW, a network television show, but that show and that universe accomplished things that the movie universe has never done. Regardless of how many times they've tried, it's been a disaster every single time. And we had good actors, I guess, come in. We had Henry Cavill, who was a great Superman, and then they fucking fired him. And now they're bringing this new guy. Haven't seen any of his work yet. He might be good too, but they did not listen to the fans, and the DC movie universe has just been a reoccurring train wreck, right, basically, and just it's something that I just don't care about anymore. I'm not going to spend the money to go to the theaters and watch these movies because it's just the same crap over and over. Whereas the TV universe that we've had for the last 20 years, yes, it's been some stuff's been repeated, but then again, they've taken it and made it its own thing with the multiverse angle and with actually giving it believable storylines and decent actors and all of that. We had Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum do Smallville 20 years ago. That show still holds up for being as old as it is. And then we've had different iterations of Green Arrow. Obviously, we had the Smallville Green Arrow. Then we had Stephen Amell's Green Arrow, which triggered this entire universe. And yes, I know that the current Superman that we have now is technically not part of that universe, but in another sense, it is. And to see this show go kind of given its Hail Mary kind of ending, it is unfortunate, but I'm just glad they were able to get that chance to tell this last story, to go out on their own terms, basically. So it's unfortunate, but I'm glad that it's going out the way it is. And these actors, again, I was very pleasantly surprised by Tyler Hoechlin's Superman, being that he is, from my memory anyways, he's from the Teen Wolf universe. He played Derek in Teen Wolf, and then they turn around and they did it in a way that it worked. And they did this story, and just the things that they did just flat out worked. And the writing was great, the acting was great, the budget was good up until this last season, of course, which has been cut, and that's kind of the explanation for why we have half the cast and why they're going to be guest spots and this and that. So it's very unfortunate, but I'm just glad to see it go out on its own terms. But anyways, guys, that is my reaction for this trailer. I imagine, hopefully, maybe anyways, being that I guess it is only a few weeks until the premiere, that we'll get like a full 2-minute trailer, but I'm not sure. I think technically we did get that shortly before the San Diego Comic-Con, and we've had a couple teasers since then. But anyways, again, if you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, of course, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. So take care. Bye.